Merhaba arkadaşlar, ben Türk'üm. Bulgaristan'a 6 aydır gelmişim. Gördüğüm bir rüyayı anlatacağım. Ben geçen rüyamda kıyamet kopuyor gördüm. Herkes kaçıyor, herkes birbirine bakıyor. Kimse kimseye göz vermiyor. Kimse kimseyi dinlemiyor, herkes kaçıyor. O zaman da benim rüyamda kalkmam için benim burnum kanadı. Artık her gece korkuyorum, bilmiyorum. Artık rüyamda böyle korkunç bir şeyler görüyorum. Geçen yılan gördüm, yılanı sokuyor. Öyle işte.
I had a dreams when we would go somewhere, for example, it was like night time, and she told me she needs to go somewhere. She went and she never came back, and I felt scared, and I was waiting for her, you know, and I felt somehow, if I should put together feelings, the biggest feeling from those would be that I felt left alone, you know, somehow left alone.
Имам един сън, който не мога да го определя дали е много лош, но определено беше много странен. Преди няколко години го сънувах и все още си го спомням много добре. Падах по една поляна, търкалях се и докато се търкалях, чух някакъв глас, който беше много страшен. Казваше моето име Ани и в момента, в който чух този глас, настръхнах и след като се събудих, разказах този сън на други хора и те сякаш усетиха тази емоция и те също настръхнаха и до ден днешен, докато разказвам за този сън, все още настръхвам дори в момента.
I was just hanging out. It was a made-up person, I guess, because I don't remember who it was. But I was just hanging out with someone, and we were holding hands. And that's literally just it. And it felt so nice. I'm a very sort of private, keep to myself person. I'm single. And because of COVID and just the way the world and our relationship with physical touch has changed over the past couple of years, just this dream of just simply holding someone's hand and being in contact with them, it was really nice. The best one I've had in a really long time.
At one point, I wanted to talk to God per se, and there was a moment where I became lucid. I was looking at my watch, the numbers all mangled. Took a look at my hand, I had like 7 fingers, so I'm like, okay, I think this is lucidity. And I was in sort of an area like this one here, and I decided to go deeper into the ground. There was like a staircase, and inside there was a dark room, a table, and there was a person there. And I said, like, who are you? And they said, oh, that's not for you to ask. I'm like, no, I think it's very, it's up to me to ask that question right now, because I'm the one that's dreaming. And they said, no, you don't have the right to ask that question. And in fact, I don't like that you're asking that question. And that seems like a strange thing to be conflicted with yourself, you know. You think you're conscious in your dream state, so you're talking directly to this figure that is supposed to be you, and it's telling you can't go any further. And they say, no. Who are you? What made you? What created all of this? And then they said, I'm sorry, my friend, but that's forbidden. And just because you asked that, I'm going to show you what punishment really is. And at that point, this dark room shot up into the sky, and it was like thousands and thousands of meters up in the air, above the clouds. And outside the room now, which morphed into something with windows, were a bunch of these brutalist buildings. It seemed like prison states, you know? Just blocks of concrete. And then the voice started talking to me and said, now you're gonna understand what subjugation is. You will never understand the questions you ask, and it's not for you to ever understand them. Don't ever attempt this again. And then it was like, essentially like I was in a prison, and I would have these like techniques where I could like awaken myself from a lucid state. But every time you awaken, it's like a false awakening. You're in the same prison. And then the voice is like, that doesn't work here anymore. You're no longer in control of this. And you can reaffirm your lucidity, you know, like grounding yourself, like trying to pinch yourself or trying to touch the ground, spin around. And you keep on looking at your hands and you're like, this is up. Like, I'm dreaming, but I can't wake up. And the voice keeps on subjugating you more and more. And it felt like, I don't know, 20,000 years I'm in this like hellscape prison of my own creation, which is my room at that point. And the brutalist buildings are outside. I'm trying to wake up. but it just won't work. And you know when you're dreaming and it sort of feels like you can't move, it's sort of like you're slipping. So it's like that constant slipping, non-stop, awake, back in the same place, slipping. You move around, look out the window, it starts slipping back down. And all it was the voice. It kept on, making affirmation that these questions are not for humans to understand. It's not for me particular to understand. And to never attempt to try to dig deeper into myself to figure out what it is. But I thought the funniest thing is that's all in my fucking head,
It's a dream I had the other day. It's about me marrying this person. I don't know who he is. He had no face. And we're married. He gives me an engagement ring. And he suddenly dies. I don't know what from. I don't know how he dies. The people are looking for him. They're looking for suspects. But I don't know why. I'm not bothered. I start online shopping. And because he gave me this engagement ring, I was like, I saw candy, some type of candy from a food shop online, and I was like, I had to have it, I really have to have it. It was like this need for it. So what I did is I sold the engagement ring in order to get it. So time passes by. I guess I got the candy, and I got the candy, and what was it? Oh yeah, I was swimming in the pool. Yeah, I was swimming in the pool, and as I was swimming, my dad comes in, and we talk, we have a conversation. And as I was swimming, I saw something bloody, like a spot, and it was me. It was my knife with blood all over it, and I was like, oh shit, I'm the murderer. And I'm panicking. I'm like, oh no, this is over. If my dad sees this, I'm gonna go to jail. And he actually sees it. He's like, what is this? He's trying to ask me stuff, and I get busted, and I'm like, this is over, I'm going to jail. And at exactly the same time, they find him. I don't know how, but they find my husband. And I'm like, wait, if they found him, who did I kill? Whose blood is this? Why do I have a bloody knife in my pool? What's happening? I woke up and I'm staring at the ceiling and I'm like, what's happening? And that's about it.